Tulane's Title IX office presents You Are Not Alone, Navigating Resources on Campus. A quick content warning. This episode contains information related to and discussing sexual discrimination and sexual violence, so please remember to take care of yourself. Before we dive in, a quick disclosure about language. As we mentioned in one of our earlier videos, some people who have experienced sexual violence do not necessarily want to be called a survivor or a victim. And it's important to let your friend and others label their own experiences. You should always follow their lead on what sort of language they choose to use. And on a similar note, it's important to respect each person's healing by not forcing them to label their own experiences. With that knowledge under our belts, let's begin. First, you want to locate a private space where you won't be easily distracted or overheard. One of the most important aspects of your response is the language that you use. Language at this point in your friend's healing journey is especially important. Certain language can reinforce stereotypes, especially rape myths. Your goal is to help make your friend feel like they're not alone. You hear them and you're there to support them. The focus is on the other person and your listening is non-judgmental. Each conversation will flow differently, but some great phrases to incorporate are, "Thank you so much for telling me. This wasn't your fault in any way. It's okay to feel whatever way you feel right now. How can I support you right now?" These elements demonstrate active listening and empathetic listening. Validation. Affirm what the other person is saying. Provide strong emotion words. Suggest an emotion that encompasses what they're saying. It sounds like you feel overwhelmed right now. You're providing a suggestion of emotion, so be prepared for your friend to say, "Yes, but," or even, "No, I'm actually feeling some other way instead." Reflect. Summarize and mirror what your friend is saying. It sounds like. Use open-ended questions. This allows them to share more about their own feelings. Always remember that it's not about you. Some nonverbal ways to show you're actively listening are nodding your head, consistent eye contact, and empathetic facial expressions. Here are some phrases that you may want to avoid. It'll be okay. You'll likely want to and have the urge to reassure your friend, but you don't want to promise an outcome that you aren't sure about. Instead, you can emphasize that you and other resources are here to help. I can imagine exactly how you feel. We want to avoid this because the truth is, you will never have the same experience and thus can't have the same emotions. Instead, you can validate how they're feeling. Any intrusive questions or unnecessary comments, including your own opinion on the situation that your friend describes to you. The focus of this conversation should be on your friend and how you can support them, not your own beliefs. Finally, be careful when using pronouns. Assuming pronouns can reinforce rape myths, such as the perpetrator is always male and the woman is always the victim. In the next video in our series, We're going to learn more about rape myths and how we can dismantle them. Use they or refrain from using pronouns until your friend mentions the pronouns of the person who harmed them, if they choose to do so. When and if your friend feels ready to explore resources, they have a wide variety of resources available to them. See video 8 to learn more about the resources available to Tulane students, including the Title IX office and both on-campus and off-campus resources located within the New Orleans area. Thank you so much for watching.